at Rock Gap right now. Last time I came through here, we had some epic trail magic. That sunshine did not last long. It is like more misty than anything. So we're headed up Mount Albert. I will give you a peek. Alright, Mount Albert Fire Tower. Last time I was here, we definitely had better views than what we've got today. Well, definitely steep on this side. I don't remember it being this steep, but apparently I climbed this before. Alright, Cricket and I climbed Standing Indian Mountain in this horrible, horrible rain. We are about a quarter to a half mile north of Gooch Gap. And when I was going northbound, I camped right in this little spot over here. And Boy Scout made a raging fire out of wet pine needles, and still unsure how he managed that. And I camped with Mismatch, Bama, Captain Pillow, and Cat Hole. Alright. Halfway down for the day, so I'm gonna get some water when we get down here and have lunch. Cricket and I got totally soaked last night, so I'm drying out all my stuff while you take a lunch break. I'm at Gooch Gap, so maybe like 16 miles in. And yeah, gonna hit Unicoi for some trail magic late tomorrow morning, and that's all the excitement I have to report. Have some great views this evening. Little Thanksgiving Day surprise. Oh, it's gorgeous. Last night we stayed at, Cricket and I stayed at the Standing Indian shelter. It was just pouring down rain and I wanted to get in another 5, but she convinced me to stop. And I probably would have been better off doing like 4.5 to a stealth site, or 4, because my tent would have been drier. She went to bed at 6. I made dinner. I was in bed by 7. And this shelter had such a large overhang. I mean, it had to be at least an extra 10 feet of covered space. And it was raining so hard and the wind was so strong, it blew all of this water into the shelter. So when we woke up this morning, like, our raincoats that were hanging up totally soaked through. Sleeping bags, wet. When we left, the only dry spots of the shelter were where our sleeping pads were. I was not happy. But today ended up being a good day. We did like 16.5 to Dix Creek, and she took a hitch into Hiawassee to get food, and I kept going. But it was nice to have someone, like, we actually hiked together yesterday, which was nice. Like, I've not done that the whole trail, so it's just nice to have someone to talk to. She's a nice young lady. Oh, I sound so old when I say that. Anyway, tomorrow I'll be going into Unicoi to meet Fresh Ground, who's a trail angel, and have some breakfast late in the morning, and then hiking out from there. My plan is still to be done Sunday night. It does look like it's gonna rain, but fingers crossed. It won't be too bad. And really, probably should finish the AT in the rain. I mean, we've had really, really good weather for the most part going southbound, but I don't know. This part of Georgia, it seems to rain a lot. Oh yeah, we crossed into Georgia today as well, actually first thing this morning. So I'm gonna hang out here and make some Thanksgiving Day dinner, and I'll show you the campsite. Got my tent set up, and there's some fire rings over here. Not real exciting. Leaving Unicoi Gap this morning. 3 days left, including today. It's pretty exciting. So Unicoi Gap is where Colin and Jason got off when they were hiking with me northbound, and I kind of started my solo journey, as it were. And it's steep both sides coming out of the gap. It's a killer climb here. Hence I'm out of breath. I think I'd be a little better at this after 2,130 miles or so. But when I came down today, Fresh Ground, who's a trail angel who runs the Leapfrog Cafe, was down there. And I just ate so much I feel like I'm gonna puke. In a good way. He made me gluten-free pancakes, but he like made all his batter that he had left, so I felt like I'd eat them. Coffee, fruit, and ham. And I guess there's a group ahead of me. A woman named Neckeye that I've heard her name a ton, but I've never met. And a couple people that are with her. So he's meeting them at Hog Pen Gap, and I'm waiting for the guys to get in from Helen, where they went last night. And I guess we're all going to meet there for lunch, and he's going to feed us again, which is so nice. Oh, I cannot possibly imagine eating more at this point, though. And I am, super full. It's kind of hard to get motivated when you're ready to explode. 14 miles, Hog Pen. Also where we camped the last night before we came into town. So yeah, I guess our last day going northbound into Unicoi was just over 14 miles. Oh, that's kind of fun. Just realized that. All right. I'd show you the trail, but guess what? It's brown, and it looks like it does every other day. It's like 12:30, 1 o'clock. It's really warm out today. I think the high is supposed to be almost 60, upper 50s. I am trying to speed up because I have been so slow after my pancake buffet. It was awesome. I am just like food coma, don't want to walk. I thought that maybe Happy Feet and Sticks would catch up with me since they were coming out of town. I say this, they're going to pass me any minute now. Got about 10 miles in total today. We need to do 20-ish. And then it'll be like 20, 18, and 16 or something like that, and I'll be done. Springer. And it's funny, it's like, I didn't think like Franklin, I would feel like I was done. But it's weird, when I got into town, I felt done. Now I'm just screwing off. I thought I'd just finish Monday morning, but no way. There's a snowstorm coming, so Sunday night probably be raining, but I don't care. Yeah. Whew. There we go. Keeps moving around on me. I went through a little rhododendron tunnel now. And headed towards Hog Pen Gap. I have another 8 or so miles to get there. We'll stop. The Fresh Grounds is there for sandwiches. Just coming past Hog Pen Gap, where I camped before, and Fresh Ground made me dinner and gave me some for the road, and now I'm headed out. Maybe 4 or 5 more miles. There'll be some night hiking, but I don't have to make dinner, so I can go late. Cloudy, so we didn't get a good sunset tonight. Probably won't get another one. It looks like it's going to rain tomorrow night. And then that will be it. Good morning. So last night, it had a low chance of rain. And it wasn't supposed to be windy. As you can imagine, that's not what happened. It was raining, not a big deal. I like it when it rains overnight rather than walking in it. And then it got super windy and one of my tent stakes flew up, which caused one of my poles to fly out. So to get my rain gear on, reset up my tent, and I just was having trouble falling asleep because I drank a Coke at 5 o'clock when I saw Fresh Grounds. or fresh ground. No S on the end, I always forget that. Anyway. Oh, and then I ate all the gluten-free Oreos that he gave me for dinner. So I was pretty sugared up. So I didn't get to sleep till like 4. So I slept in. Mountain crossings didn't open until 9 anyway. It'll be probably 10 by the time I get down here. I didn't get up until 7:30. Didn't leave camp until 8:15. And I'm about 3, I guess it won't be 10, maybe 9:30. I have 3 miles to go from camp to mountain crossing. So sun's come out, it's starting to burn off the clouds and all that. Like even my tent was already dry this morning for the most part. We're going to do 18 to Gooch Gap and then 16 to the top of Springer. Maybe not even, maybe 15. And then I am done. And it is supposed to be... Watch those rocks. Yeah. I'm just so over it, and it's supposed to be really crappy weather tonight and tomorrow, so I don't need more food. I planned on getting a day's worth of food at mountain crossings, but I won't need it because I have been getting meals from Fresh Ground. And those pancakes still were delicious. My gluten-free pancakes never turn out that good. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get a few snacks and a Gatorade or something along that nature. Maybe a Coke would be a good idea, like, you know, at 9 in the morning as opposed to 5 o'clock at night. And then Blood Mountain, I'm super stoked. I hope all the clouds burn off, because when I went over Blood Mountain with Colin and Jason, it was the crappiest weather. I mean, it had just been raining all day. You couldn't see 5 feet in front of your face. It was so foggy. So yeah, I'll be interested to see what it looks like, take some pictures, send them off, rub it in, etc. Although I'm pretty sure the guys wouldn't want to climb it again. I'm also hoping, because it is kind of like some rock faces, that it dries out a little by the time I get up there, so it's not so slippery. And yeah, I haven't seen anybody. There's been a lot of day hikers and section hikers out because it's Thanksgiving weekend, but I haven't seen any through hikers that I know. So, might be finishing alone. Alright, I will check in later. I'll show you the trail. I'll show you the trail. It looks like it does every other day. See? Brown. No leaves on the trees. Got some fog in the valley over there. Alright. Mountain crossings going straight through the building as the trail does. I'm gonna stop and grab some food. Alright, headed up Blood Mountain. Looking forward to checking out the view. Not like its battery's dead, like it's just not working. So I really hope my husband picks me up tomorrow at 4 o'clock at Springer. Blood Mountain was a great hike, tons of people. So I just took a couple pictures and took off, but everybody was really nice. It's the first hint of anything green I'm seeing all day. We're getting close to sunset. Alright, so I got the phone working again. It was so crowded on the trails today. So when I came into Unicoi Gap, I mean, people were parked like everywhere. Any place they could find a wedge of flat space. Not even flat space. There were cars. There were so many people, and everybody was very nice. It was a good crowd, if you will. So I have another 1.5 miles into Gooch Gap, and then like 1.25 miles, I think, to the shelter. Happy messaged me and said that he was shooting for Gooch as well, and to summit tomorrow. So very exciting. Yay!